You can't ever lose if you never quit. Failure isn't real unless you let it be the ending. Sure, you might feel like you're falling apart right now. You might be thinking, I'm failing. I'm stuck. I'm not enough. But hear me. If you're still trying, if you're still breathing, if you're still moving even 1 inch forward, then your journey isn't over. And if your journey isn't over, then you haven't failed. Progress is progress, whether you're crawling or sprinting, whether today feels like a victory or a setback. The race only ends when you decide to stop running. And that's it. You don't lose because you fell. You lose because you didn't get back up. Theodore Roosevelt once said, "It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out where the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done it differently. The credit belongs to the person who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred with sweat, dust, and blood, who strives valiantly, who comes up short again, and again, who in the end may know the triumph of high achievement, and who, when he fails, he does so daring greatly." And that quote hits me every time, because that's life. You're going to fail. You're going to get cracked open. You're going to have people judge you from the sidelines. People who never had the courage to try what you're trying right now. But they don't get to define you. The moment that defines you is when you rise. No matter how bruised, no matter how exhausted, no matter how much the world told you to quit. If you're going to be brave, you're going to fall. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's walking forward while fear screams in your ear. And the heaviest weight you could ever carry is knowing the person you could be, but refusing to do the things you know you need to do to become that person. That regret, that what if, weighs more than any failure ever will. Nothing real can be gained without sacrifice. Even heaven demands death. Alchemy calls it the first law of equivalent exchange. To obtain something of equal value must be lost. And sometimes, that thing you lose is the old version of yourself. Sometimes you have to lose comfort to gain growth. Lose certainty to gain courage. Lose who you were to become who you were meant to be. People think failing is the worst case scenario, but they're wrong. The worst outcome is quitting right before everything would have finally clicked. The worst outcome is convincing yourself you lost when all you had to do was keep going. One more day, one more hour, just one more try. Every setback you face is simply the universe checking if you're serious. Success isn't built on winning. Success is built on not quitting. Because the truth is, every champion was once a beginner. Every success story is written in the ink of 1,000 failures. Every person you admire has been exactly where you are right now, questioning themselves, doubting the path, wondering if it's even worth it. But they kept going. They stayed in the arena. They dared greatly. And that's the difference. So, if you're tired, good. That means you're working. And if you failed, good. That means you're trying. And if you want to quit, good. That means you're close. Because right before the moment you break through is the moment you're tested the most. This is not the time to surrender. This is the time to double down. And remember, you only lose when you choose to stay down. You can fall 1,000 times, get up 1,001. You can feel like a failure every night, but still wake up a fighter every morning. The finish line isn't reserved for the fastest or the strongest. It's reserved for the ones who refuse to stop running. So, pick yourself up, shake off the dust, Wipe the blood and sweat from your face and dare greatly, because victory only belongs to those still brave enough to continue. You can't ever lose if you never quit. And your story isn't done yet. Thank you for watching.